Today on Getting Real with the Housewives, Denise Richards' marriage is over as Shannon Beador is pulled over by the police. Plus, OC housewives are reacting to Gretchen's return, and Ariana Bierman reveals where she stands with Kim Zolciak amid their money woes.
So no matter what, I tried to keep our relationship outside of the money, which gets like a little difficult sometimes, and you know.
And Erika Jayne's divorce might be thrown out. We've got that plus so much more on today's Getting Real with the Housewives. Everyone, and welcome to Getting Real with the Housewives. Big Housewives news to get to this week, including Denise Richards, who has officially split with her husband, Aaron. He filed for divorce on July 7th, citing irreconcilable differences. The couple, who have been married since September of 2018, separated just days before filing. He is seeking spousal support and the return of his power tools. While noting Denise's monthly income is $250,000, he is claiming he has made no income over the past year after closing his business. Now, months before the split, Denise hinted that divorce actually wasn't something that she wanted to face again. She sat down with us and she said, after the divorce I went through with their dad, it's not fun. It's really kind of awful. Now, she said this back in February, referencing, of course, her 2006 split from Charlie Sheen. She added, that's why you get married. You have to work through stuff. When you make that commitment, I think it is important to work through whatever it is. I don't want to ever go through it again. It's not fun. Now, Denise met Aaron at his wellness clinic back in 2017, years after her divorce from Charlie Sheen. Their relationship played out on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, where, of course, they faced public drama, including allegations of an open marriage, which Denise did deny. Now, he has faced multiple legal challenges recently, including a fraud lawsuit related to stem cell treatment at his Malibu Wellness Center, and a debt case where creditors sought to seize Denise's assets to cover his outstanding payments. Despite this, Denise publicly praised their marriage as strong and loving just as recently as late 2024. So obviously this is taken by surprise. They were married for 6 years. They don't legally share any children together, but, you know, he has been a constant presence in the lives of her 3 daughters for quite some time. You know, it's interesting that he, you know, just wanted back his power tools and some spousal support. So we'll see how this plays out. But hopefully we get another season of Denise's show, because I feel like there's a lot to unpack here. You know, in her show, Denise Richards' wild thing, she said that divorce was not an option for her. So maybe that this kind of came out of left field. Maybe she kind of tried as hard as they could. I know their living situation was a little odd too. So let me know in the comments if this took you by surprise as well. All right, well, Real Housewives of Orange County star Shannon Beador was pulled over by police while still on probation for driving under the influence. Us Weekly exclusively revealed this report, and according to court records obtained by us, the Bravo star had an encounter with police on May 21st while in Orange County, California. Now, the officer cited Beador for driving while operating a handheld wireless telephone or electronic wireless communication device, aka using a phone while driving. Now, she was cited and released, and Shannon has until July 11th to pay the fine, which is only $20 for a first-time offender and $50 for an additional offense. As Us Weekly previously reported, Shannon is currently on criminal probation stemming from her September 2023 arrest for an alleged DUI and hit and run. Her probation is set to end in November of 2026. Yes, a serious, a minor offense. You know, she was driving while, holding a phone. Maybe not a minor offense. You know, this could obviously cause accidents. And, I feel like Shannon should definitely be cautious behind the wheel. Luckily, nobody got hurt. And, hopefully Shannon pays her fine and we can all move on, right? All right. Well, OC is back this week and we are so excited because Gretchen is back on our screens as well. And the drama is already bubbling over. Though she's appearing as a friend of this season, her return has definitely ruffled more than a few feathers. Alexis Bellino didn't hold back, telling us, "I will never be friends with Gretchen again. She showed too many true colors, and I'm done." Tamra Judge, who of course has had a long history with Gretchen, teased, "Let's just say things get heated. She hasn't changed much." And Joe De La Rosa, Slade Smiley's ex-fiance, was just as shocked as fans, admitting, "I thought she was fired. I didn't think we'd ever see her back on Bravo." Now, Gretchen, for her part, seems unbothered, saying, "I'm showing up for me. People are going to say what they want, but I know my truth. With friendships imploding, exes reemerging, and old feuds reigniting, season 19 is going to serve up so much drama. I'm all for it. I can't wait. It's going to be such a good season. There's going to be a lot to unpack week after week, and I can't wait to do so." All right, well, Kim Zolciak is not happy with her daughter Ariana, especially after Ariana's recent confessions on Bravo's Next Gen NYC. A source tells Us Weekly exclusively, airing all this dirty laundry doesn't make sense to her. Kim doesn't understand why she's talking about it. On a recent episode, Ariana claimed that she's been financially supporting her family since she was a teenager. She said, "It was always on me to pick up the slack. There was no backup plan, just me trying to figure it out." Now, the tension comes as Ariana builds her own brand in New York, while Kim and Kroy's divorce and financial issues remain unresolved. As for Ariana, she says, "I'm not trying to bash anyone. I'm just sharing what I went through." But Kim, she's not buying it and definitely not watching quietly. Well, we recently caught up with Ariana, and this is what she told us about her situation with her mom. Where does everything kind of stand now? Because you do talk about on the show how your parents did take money from you,
yes,
which I think may surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, I think, people love the narrative that I've spent my parents' money. It's like their favorite thing to say. Yeah. And I think that's obviously not the case. And now I just continue to build up and make my own money and support myself as being a 23-year-old and just continue to try to take every opportunity I can to build back up everything. And as far as now, everything for me is going great. I think I'm the best financially stable I've ever been in my life, which is awesome. And my mom's doing great too. She's working really hard and has a lot of great things going for her, and my dad's working too. So everything's going in the right direction and moving forward. Good. Did this put a strain on your relationship for a while? I wouldn't say. I tried to really not let it, because I feel like money is such a stressful thing for everybody, and no matter what, nobody wants to be in the positions that they find themselves in or things that happen. So no matter what, I tried to keep our relationship outside of the money, which gets like a little difficult sometimes, and but we've definitely mended a lot of things throughout the last couple of years and gotten to a really great place, and no matter what, it was never a point where I wasn't talking to. It seems like these two will definitely work it out. All right, let's wrap this up with Erika Jayne, and her long-running divorce from Tom Girardi might be headed for the courtroom trash bin. According to court documents obtained by us, a judge in Los Angeles has scheduled an August 1st hearing for both parties to explain why no judgment has been entered, nearly 4 years after the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star filed to end her 21-year marriage. Erika's lawyer showed up to the most recent hearing on June 26th, but no one appeared on Tom's behalf. One of Erika's attorneys, Jim Wilkes, told The Sun back in April, "I don't think that the divorce will go anywhere. He's not competent to defend it." Now, Tom, who has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2021, was placed under conservatorship and was moved to an assisted living facility the same year. He's now 85 and was sentenced to 7 years in prison last month for stealing millions of dollars from his clients. So hopefully, Erika gets a resolution. Her lawyer added, "I don't know that you could have a divorce in these circumstances. She may have to wait until he dies to make it official." Brutal. This is definitely a murky legal situation, but hopefully Erika comes out on the other side of all this, but probably not a resolution anytime soon. All right, well, that is it for this week's episode of Getting Real with the Housewives. Keep commenting, keep subscribing, and I'll see you next week.